Harrison Joseph Bader, nicknamed Tots, is an American professional baseball center fielder for the New York Yankees of Major League Baseball. He had previously played for the St. Louis Cardinals. Bader attended the University of Florida and played college baseball for the Florida Gators. New York. The New York Yankees shipped pitcher Jordan Montgomery to the St. Louis Cardinals in exchange for center fielder Harrison Bader on Tuesday, the teams announced. New York also will receive a player to be named later or cash considerations as part of the deal, which was struck just before the trade deadline. Montgomery has been a top performer for the Yankees, posting a 3.77 ERA in 272 innings across 51 starts the past two seasons. However, he was 0-2 with a 5.36 ERA in his last 8 outings. "Pretty shocked, I guess," Montgomery said. "I still don't really think I've ever performed the way I should here," he added. "A lot better player than I've ever shown, but I think I was consistent and definitely worked my hardest." Bader has not played since June 26 because of plantar fasciitis in his right foot. He had played for the Cardinals across 6 seasons, hitting .256, .303, .370 in 72 games this season with 5 homers. He won a Gold Glove last year. Harrison Bader is one of the elite center field defenders in the game, General Manager Brian Cashman said, anticipating Bader will return in September. "So he provides a lot of lanes for us." The trade represents a homecoming for the 28-year-old outfielder, who grew up in Bronxville, New York, and was a fan of the Yankees. He is a graduate of Horace Mann School in the Bronx, about 5 miles from Yankee Stadium. Montgomery joins a rotation with Adam Wainwright and Miles Michaelis and will be an important pitcher for St. Louis moving forward with Steven Matz, knee, currently on the injured list. St. Louis also acquired Jose Quintana from the Pittsburgh Pirates on Monday. His departure from New York came a day after the team acquired Frankie Montas from Oakland. "We wanted innings, specifically starting pitching," Cardinals president of baseball operations John Mozeliak said. "We felt like we were getting inconsistency out of our rotation. Once he comes off the IL, Bader will join Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Matt Carpenter in the Yankees outfield and will likely take some playing time away from Aaron Hicks, who has struggled so far this season, hitting .230, .353, .330 across 91 games. Both Bader and Montgomery are eligible for free agency after the 2023 season. St. Louis also got catcher Austin Allen from Oakland on Tuesday for right-hander Carlos Guarati. Allen was 1 for 14 this season for Oakland and hit .271 with 5 homers and 26 RBIs for Triple-A Las Vegas. Guarati, 21, is 5-4 with a 4.18 ERA in 12 starts and 7 relief appearances for Class A Palm Beach, St. Louis. In the end, Chicago Cubs president of baseball operations Jed Hoyer says he simply couldn't find a match with another team for his all-star catcher and left fielder. Willson Contreras and Ian Happ will remain Cubs for the time being, despite weeks of speculation they would be on the move. "We never crossed that threshold," Hoyer said of making a deal. "This year makes me realize how fortunate we were last year." In a 24-hour span on deadline day in 2021, Hoyer traded Kris Bryant, Javier Baez and Anthony Rizzo for prospects, perhaps leading Contreras and others to assume it would happen again this time, Hoyer surmised. Because of that, the veteran backstop was given multiple standing ovations in his presumed last game at Wrigley Field last week, then said his emotional goodbyes to teammates and fans as the trade deadline approached. "It was all for naught. This year we just didn't find that match," Hoyer said. "It seems like a lot of players, around the league, stayed put. I think that was because in all these markets you had very rational buyers and did not have buyers willing to part with certain prospects." Hoyer was asked if Juan Soto's trade to San Diego impacted his talks. The Padres were interested in several Cubs, including Happ and Contreras, according to league sources. "That was the most interesting thing to talk about," So it probably held the market up a little bit, Hoyer said. Everyone was waiting to see what would happen. We all felt like there would be some dominoes that would fall when he was moved. Happ still has another year of team control, but Contreras will be a free agent at season's end. He's likely to get a qualifying offer from the Cubs, which means a team that signs him. If he turns the offer down, we'll have to give up draft pick compensation for him. Hoyer said that was all part of the Cubs' calculation, trading for a prospect they didn't necessarily believe in, compared to getting an extra draft pick. We never found deals that exceeded the value of the players that we have, and when we did we made some deals, Hoyer explained. The team did trade relievers David Robertson, Phillies, and Michael Givens, Mets, on Tuesday after moving Kris Martin, Dodgers, over the weekend. But in the catching and outfield market, they couldn't find takers to their liking. In some of the other markets, the buyers weren't motivated, Hoyer said. Hoyer admitted to some awkwardness considering the send-offs Contreras and Happ experienced over the past week. We never gave any message to anyone that we were going to trade anyone at all costs, he said.